Good morning, guys. It is Saturday morning and I had a long lay-in this morning. I've been so tired. You can hear it in my voice also. It's a little bit raspy and it's mostly because I'm just tired. But yeah, I got up at 9. I've been sitting for the past like 2 hours. About 2 hours, it's a little bit less, and I have been playing on my iPad. I have been watching YouTube and I just been taking it easy this morning, but I need to get my butt into gear because yesterday I did get this one as I talked about, but I also got my new cutting machine. So here's the thing. About a year ago, I think, I started something that I decided that it was too much work, so I actually kind of closed everything down. I talked about it a couple of months ago. I started a sticker store and I was cutting with my Silhouette Cameo 1, and there's a few issues with it. One is it was extremely loud, and I think one of the reasons is because it's really old. I realized today that it's like 8-9 years old, so it's not strange that it started to be very loud and all of those things. But in the end, we couldn't have that loudness going on in the apartment. And also I did some calculations on how long it takes to cut versus how much money I would be able to get in, and so on and so forth, and realized that if I am really gonna hit doing Etsy and earning money through Etsy, I need to figure out another way to do it, because a sticker store wouldn't give me enough money, and I would need to kind of swipe it up pretty hard. I was thinking a lot about how to go from being a developer to being a self-employed person for the past few years. A lot of it because I didn't think that, or I was worried that the health issues I was having wouldn't go away, and I felt that a employer couldn't really trust that I would be there because I had all the health issues. Now, just a month from my surgery, I feel very opposite. I feel that I do have the energy, I do have a lot of things, still have a part of me that want to be self-employed. So we'll see what will happen with that, but it's something that would happen 5-10 years in the future. I had a goal and I have been having to push the goal because of health reasons, but we'll see. Anyhow, that was a very long explanation. I have been thinking pretty long that I should upgrade my Silhouette Cameo to see if I can find one that is, 1, a little bit less loud, and 2, that is a little bit on the newer side, so that I can use all the fun stuff that you can do with a Cameo. So Black Friday come around and Black Week came around. I actually ordered it a couple of days ago and it arrived yesterday. I got a Cameo 4, which is the latest Cameo that is out there. So today I have to set it up and try the machine so that we can dismantle the boxes that it came in. If it doesn't work, we need to send it back, you know, it's that kind of thing. So that is my first kind of thing of the day, that or cleaning up this corner. I haven't really decided which. I'll get there. But yeah, I'm really tired, so I'm gonna take it slow and take care of me. I have a splitting migraine, like a really bad migraine. I did actually double up my painkillers this morning and I think it worked. I think it helps me to relax my shoulders, which helps me to not also get a tension headache on top of it, because that is usually what happens, is that I get a really bad migraine and then I go around being all tense, and when then the migraine goes away, I have a tension headache instead. But so I took another painkiller. It seems to have worked. I can move again. About half an hour ago, I hardly could walk to the kitchen and back because it hurt so much. That is how it is to have migraines. I think it is the combination of the eye moving, the stress I've been under this week, all the things that has been happening this week. So it's not something dangerous. It's not something bad. I'm not sad about it. I'm happy. I might not have as much energy as I did in the beginning of the week, but I know what it is, and then it's much easier to kind of handle, you know. But yeah, so I have a few of those things to do today. It's gonna be super fun. I know, I'm energized. We have a lot of other things that we want to do. I don't know if I talked about it. I think I have. We're having a new TV coming in. Again, another Black Friday deal. We have been looking at a new TV for years. So it's not... All of these purchases that we have done for Black Friday is things that we have actually budgeted for and thought about, and everything. We have already taken the decisions of that we are going to buy them. It was just that with the prices that we got through Black Friday, we already knowing the prices that was before, we could buy them. There's a big issue in Sweden, and that is companies have a tendency to raise the prices a week or two before Black Friday, and then they reduce the prices during Black Friday down to what they have been before those 2 weeks. It's not okay to do that, but there's a lot of companies that have done it, so you have to be very aware of the prices of the products when you look at the sales, because the sales aren't that as good as they seem to be. But yeah, let's get started today. Let's get started with this morning. Yay! Sorry, I'm trying to psych myself up because I'm really tired, and this is how I am. But yeah, good morning. I hope you have an awesome day. I'm very blue, but the sun is about to go down. It's about 2 o'clock. It's getting darker and darker, faster and faster here. But it's about a month left, and then it starts getting light again, so that is okay. I have finished cleaning, or haven't finished cleaning. I cleaned the corner. I started picking things up, and then I felt like, okay, I need to rest a little bit. Never good to push yourself too hard when you have a migraine. Also, I'm gonna have to work on Monday, so we're taking it easy. I sat down and I finished the last episode of the series I was watching yesterday, the one that kept me up half of the evening. So I thought I kind of go through while I have it fresh in my mind. I promised you to tell about it. So I've been watching 2 documentaries. They are both about a cult called NXIVM. The cult was kind of, well, it was sold commercially as a self-help courses, big self-help courses to people to take them to the next level. it was sold first and foremost to highly educated, highly people with big networks, people with a lot of money that had come to the top where they were, but felt like there was something missing. And the whole idea was to help them to become the better you. In reality, it was a sect that used the NXIVM courses to recruit people. The recruitment structure was like an MLM, a multi-level marketing, where basically to able to raise in the ranks, you need to recruit people. The more people you recruit, the faster you go up in the ranks. Also, it did like many of the sects or sects do out there, and that is when you come into the system, you start getting very like the quick fixes. They don't fix your bigger problems, but they help with smaller problems, either through actually you having smaller problems they can help you with, or they convince you that you have these smaller problems and you no longer have them. It's all about being good manipulators, and in their kind of books of tricks, they had a psychologist who used her knowledge of psychology in a menacing way, which I just hate when that happens, because therapists, psychologists, they can help so good for people who really needs it, and those few people who really do bad things with what they know, those people shouldn't be allowed out there at all. Anyhow, the two series that I watched is The Vow and Seduce. The Vow is about 3 people who defected, 4 people who defected, who were very prominent. They were very high up in the rankings, and when they defected, when they realized what this actually was and what actually was going on, they really wanted to help get people out, and you could see it from their point of view. And on top of that, joining in with them was the mother of a girl who were in the inner circles, who tried to get her out. And it was through their work that they got, not only they got press following in the Me Too movement, but also FBI started looking at this, and in the end charging the mastermind behind it all, Keith Raniere. And then the Seduce was about the girl to the mother. It was about multiple people also, but she's the main storyteller in it all, and how she had seen basically what her mother did. So watching both of them gives you a very big context on everything that was going on. It was really, they are really good. I think another thing that added to this kind of entertainment factor of it was that Keith Raniere, not only was is this big manipulator, he was also a pretty big narcissist, which meant that he wanted everything to be documented. So basically he had one of the top levels was a documentary, or a director, that's the word, and he basically filmed from 2002 when he got into it until 2018 when he stepped out of it. 17 or 18 he stepped out of it. He has videos from that whole thing, which means that when they were talking about different things, they could actually show the proper videos inside of NXIVM, which was really, really cool. You see the absurdities that Keith Raniere says, but you don't see as much the bad things that went on. I think both documentary sides have chosen not to show things that actually affected the people that were in there, because that would probably have been really tough to see. Seduce contains a lot about really bad things, so if you get triggered by things like rape or sexual abuse or similar thing, you might not want to see Seduced, even though they are not showing it. They are describing it, and in some cases they have these really out of focused cartoon or illustrated videos, and I think it still might be triggering. It's not a super, like, it's not a happy-go-lucky series. It's a very interesting one, but it's also very sad, a very dark one. In the end, I don't think this will in anyhow destroy the documentaries, because they are basically documenting the things that happen in between. But in the end, in October, I never remember, I think it is 2020, I think it just was this October, they did charge both Keith Raniere and most of the upper level women in the one of the offshoots of NXIVM, which was called DOS, which was a master slave society. Master slave sorority even, and people who were kind of pulled into this society was told that Keith Raniere had nothing to do with it, but he was basically the mastermind behind it. It was really, really terrible right through it. But all of the top levels in that, also in NXIVM then, because they kind of were both, got charged in different shapes and forms. Keith Raniere got 120 years in prison. Alison Mack, which was one of the actors from Smallville, she got 40 years in prison. And then a whole bunch of other hotshots that had been with Keith for a very long time got between 20 and 40 years in prison. So it was bad. It was bad. But it was really, really interesting to see the series. I really enjoyed them, and I think you would too, if that is, if that kind of thing is interesting. Like, I watched all of the series about the cult. I don't remember, which is called a religion, starting with S. No, sometimes I don't remember. Sometimes the word is just Scientolog. That's the word. The Scientolog church. I watched all of the documentaries about that. It was very, very interesting to see that. And NXIVM is a big hosh-posh of different kind of sects and ways of doing. For example, Keith Raniere actually had an MLM before he had NXIVM. He had an MLM which was some kind of strength in numbers purchasing MLM, which in the end just broke down because you can only raise so many people or get so many people into a scheme. So yeah, it was really, really interesting. So yeah, that was what I want to say. I am going to go back into the office. I am going to clean off some stuff. I think I'm going to figure out what I want to cut for the first thing in my machine, and then I'm going to try that. So let's go. Also, I'm gonna drink up my coffee, which is cold now because I've been trying to talk to you for a little while. my battery died, the cat wanted to go out, the washing machine wasn't finished, so it started beeping. There's been a lot of interruptions in this, but yeah, and I also need to edit yesterday's video. But let's go into the office. It is bedtime. It's been... I felt it was a really unproductive day. That's the feeling I've had. But I wrote down a list and sent to some friends on Facebook, like in the Messenger app, kind of, of everything I done today. And it ended up being pretty much anyhow. For a day that I'm relaxing, it was pretty good amount. So I did clean the corner. Look guys, the corner is clean. And then focus. Then I watched the series. I went in the room. I cleaned up in the room so that I could fit my machine. I'm gonna show you the machine tomorrow. I'm too tired to go in and show you, but I fixed my machine. I set it up. I discovered that it goes by Bluetooth, so I didn't really have to worry about anything. It was just like I didn't even have to connect it to like physically to a computer. I just sent over the things and it worked and it was awesome. So that was set up and done. I cut out one little like I have a lot of cutting files. When I started, I discovered I got my Silhouette Cameo, the first one, in 2013, so it's 7 years old. And when I did that, I had a subscription for, I think, like unlimited downloads or something, almost. I don't know. I paid a certain amount and I got so many downloads. So I've downloaded kind of no, it was a maximum amount. I think I got like 50 downloads or something. Anyhow, I took, so I have all of those, and there's over 1,500 downloads that I have on my in my library, because everything syncs online. So I got all of those, and I tried one of them. I have a Lori Whittaker, can that would be? I'm not sure, but anyhow, she has these little albums you can make. This specific one is a 3D album, so it's like a 3x3 little box with wings, and you can put things in it, but you can also open it up and you can put pictures. And like, I never scrapbooked because I don't take pictures really, but I really love building boxes. I don't know. So I cut one of those, just the kind of the little box. The whole album is basically 5 small teeny tiny boxes that with string are tied to an outer shell, and then that outer shell, you can fit, I think, 5 of those fully pieces in another little box that she has. But I only did one of these, the smaller ones, just to see how it cut, how it sounded, kind of that part of it. And then I was supposed to do kind of designs for it. However, I got stuck trying to get Illustrator to work with me. Well, first I decided I needed to edit the video, the vlog, and when that was edited and uploaded and everything, then I thought I designed some. But I kind of first got stuck in Illustrator because I wanted to make a template. I need to, every time I go in and I do another Illustrator file, I always want to have a A2 base size of a A2 card, to work on, to kind of dimension my pieces. And I always have to put in the measurements, so I thought I'd make a template. And then I got stuck in trying to figure out how to save the template, because it didn't save where it was supposed to. Or first it didn't save at all, because it had, when it did the last update, it set the folder where the templates are to be read-only, so I had to fix that. And when I had fixed that, I figured out that, well, even though I put it in this folder, it doesn't show up because they have changed it. So then I had to figure out how to get to the folder that I needed to be in to put the template in. And now it works. Now I have a template, so yay! But it took a lot of time. So when I really sat down and started to make the kind of design, I was so tired that I wasn't creative anymore. I'm more creative in the morning, so it's better for me to do those kind of things in the morning. But yeah, then we had dinner. And we had tacos, and I got a little bit crazy because I felt like it was all dirty on our sink, in our sink, and on everything. So I started cleaning, and I basically cleaned off most of the kitchen. It still needs a second go around, because I didn't clean everywhere. I just cleaned the base surfaces. I removed a lot of stuff, but I also just cleaned the base surfaces so we could cook. So tomorrow, hopefully, I can go in and clean the rest of the surfaces. I also removed our old coffee machine and cleaned up that area. So our kitchen is pretty nice right now. It's actually really nice. So I kind of got stuck in doing that. And then it was like, no, I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm gonna go sit, I'm gonna cross stitch, and then I'm gonna go to bed in some kind of a reasonable time. It's 9:45, so I think that is a reasonable time. So I'm gonna head to bed. But that's basically everything that happened today. And I haven't hardly videoed at all. I had a lot of ideas, but then I got stuck in doing what I'm doing. And I can honestly say I'm a little embarrassed on how I have let the kitchen look. So I didn't want to show you. That's the honest truth. I just didn't want to show you because it looked not good. And sometimes that is how it is. But tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow is Sunday. Then maybe I can show you our basement. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, however, I'm gonna head to bed. So, good night, sleep tight. Don't let the bed